meeting tonight. I'll, right now, hand it over to Wendy to do the roll call and pledge of allegiance. We do not have three members tonight. We do not have Herb, we don't have Bob, and we don't have Larry. So it just leaves us with a bare set of 4 votes, so. All right, go ahead, Wendy.
Roll call. Simons. Absent. Freehand. Absent. Boda.
Here.
Casalis.
Here.
Babel.
Here.
Blackstock. Absent.
And
No,
we'll lead with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Horn.
And Horn.
You missed me.
Sorry, Mr. Horn.
Pledge of Allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I make a motion for someone to chair the meeting tonight.
I'll make a motion that Don Boda chairs the meeting for this evening.
And I'll support.
It's all yours, Don.
Okay, folks, thank you. Okay, first item on the agenda tonight is to approve the agenda for tonight's meeting.
If there are no additions or deletions to the agenda, I'll make a motion that we approve the agenda as presented.
There's been a motion, there's a support.
I support.
Support, okay. Motion and support to approve tonight's agenda. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Excuse my rough voice tonight. Okay, then the next item on the agenda are the May 6th meeting minutes. Anybody like to approve a motion?
I will make a motion that we approve the minutes for April 6th, 2019.
Okay, we got a motion.
I'll support.
Support. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
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 Opposed? Carried. Okay, we have time for public comment. If there is something that is not on the agenda, you can come before the board for a time for 3 minutes. If anybody should try to pull. Okay, go to the podium, please. Thank you.
Good evening, Board. My name is Charles Signory. I live at 224 North Elizabeth in Marine City, Michigan. I'm here on behalf of the Anchor Inn Motel with May Kaddish and Gus Kaddish are the owners of the inn. And we just wanted to introduce to you, the community, these folks. They bought the inn in December, and they're making some upgrades to it. They've also would like to put in a food wagon, food truck, popular nowadays, in this area. My background is in food trucks. And so the Chamber of Commerce had called me to work with these folks, and I've done so. We found them a food truck wagon. Trailer is what it is, actually. Brand new. Their investment's well over $50,000 into this. So we want to bring it out here to East China at the inn for their guests. They got a unique menu that they're looking at. Real simple, couple little items, some healthy food, some shawarma, different things. They want to call it off the boat. They have a lot of fishermen that come into the inn there. They've also upgraded a lot of the rooms there, making an investment. When they get all this done, it'll be over $100,000 into your community. So it's something that benefits all of us in this area. And I had a chance to talk with the city manager, and she advised us to put together a plan to start off, because we kind of don't know where we're all going in this. And,
Excuse me, Cindy, was that you?
Okay.
As township manager.
Yes, so we give her a letter tonight. We also gave you guys a copy of it. If you have it or not, I'm not sure, she passed it out, but you'll be getting something. We just want to, they want to work with the township and get everything lined up before they spend that kind of money. That's my advice to them. Like I said, I own Food on the Move in Marine City, food trucks, ice cream truck in the area here, been around for a long time. And both these guys, May has over 30 years in the restaurant industry, and Gus has over 40 years with the hospitality hotels. So they got a lot of experience in this area, and we're looking to hopefully have your backing on this before we move any further. And I'm patiently waiting. I know we just turned it in tonight, so I'm sure we got our homework to do. But just wanted to put a face to it so you guys know who that is. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Welcome to
you.
our community. Thank you, welcome.
Anybody have any questions? No? Okay. It's just that your item was not on the agenda tonight, but we can put it on the next agenda. The supervisor and the clerk will be here at that time. And they can present the whole thing. And
Have they met with our people in what they need to do or what has to be done or what?
No, this letter is going to kind of kick that process off. We need
Okay.
to know where they're trying to do this, what they're trying to do, and it's really going to have to go through the planning
Commission?
process.
Right, right.
all the hoops and all that kind of stuff.
Right, that's why we wanted to come here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. Appreciate it. Yeah, I did numbers about that place. Okay, the next item is a consent agenda. C1 is the April,
Excuse me, I just had
Public comment, okay.
oh, you want to come, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm Joan Hettinger. I'm at 3439 St. Clair Shores Boulevard. And I was wondering if we could get some assistance in filling some of the sandbags, because I have quite a bit of erosion right now without the boat traffic. It hasn't even started yet for Memorial Weekend. And with the way that the wind is going and the height of the water right now, I have a 50-foot seawall, and so for me to get 3 sandbags high, we're talking at least maybe 150 bags, and I only bagged 15 on Sunday. So I'm wondering, I'm a single homeowner, is there any way we could possibly get high school Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts to assist with filling some of those sandbags for the homeowners to take?
We can do that. We can suggest it to the high schools, and they may call for a special project.
Okay,
Sandbags and sand are available on Rico Road here, just west of the sewage treatment plant.
yes, I filled and picked up 15 on Sunday.
Oh, okay. So you don't want
But
to
that's not going to even put a dent in it. Because right now, I'm approximately 4 to 6 inches to the water line. And we don't even have the height up here right now with the water coming over the seawall. And the boat traffic's going to throw it over the seawall.
I know I live on a river, so.
Yep, so it's going to get worse before it gets better.
I know if what you speak.
Suggestions tonight, the same issue. I live on Point Drive, and I seen the water coming over the seawalls on my neighbors today, just from the wind.
Yes, it's going to get bad.
Does
So if there's any assistance that we can
Well-
get somebody,
I would suggest she might want to call Larry if is he going to be in tomorrow?
What?
Larry's gone, he's on vacation. Larry's on vacation.
Larry's on vacation.
Is the emergency manager, do they have anything through the county that does bags or anything
Well-
like that, Cindy?
Right now, they're able to offer us the bags, so we receive them at no cost. There is a limit to that. I think we'll be getting our last batch, and then we'll be having to go out and purchase them for our residents. I'm sure that they're also aware that up and down the river, we're going to encounter this shortage of labor to get the job done. I'll ask them if they have any ideas. Community service groups, are they mobilizing anything at a county level?
Should be somebody here that can go talk to the county about,
Well, I know we enter into agreements, service agreements with Marine City Little League and St. Clair Little League. The service agreement is sometimes they come in and they do work for us. I mean, I guess, again, we can ask and see if they'll come in. I mean, we can't guarantee if they'll come in or not, but we
Right.
do have service agreements with different agencies that we give money to, so maybe we can help you out there.
That would be great. I mean, I'm just one homeowner. You know, I'm sure, any Point Drive is probably getting hit pretty bad right now, but it's going to get worse. And, I really don't know what to do. I mean, I'm kind of at a loss. I mean, do I put the sandbags at the seawall and stop the water, but then I have my neighbors that are not putting sandbags, and the water's just going to run on their property and onto mine? Or do I, run the sandbags just around the perimeter of my house?
Right.
well, I had water coming up my drains in the yard yesterday, so.
Mm-hmm.
And they're predicting anywhere from 6 to 10 inches, maybe 12 inches rise yet. I
Right.
hope they're wrong.
Supposedly, and I don't know because I wasn't here in '86, but we're at the level we were in '86 already. But I don't know.
86.
Okay, we'll see what we can do.
Okay.
And hopefully we get you some help.
Thank you.
We'll contact them. Thank you. Okay, Blaine, Billy. Thought you might want to talk.
Get the sandbags, Blaine.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is the consent agenda. C1 is the April 2019 St. Clair County Area Fire Authority. C2 is the May 2019 Park Commission minutes. C3 is the April 2019 cash summary by fund. C4 is the April 2019 cash summary by bank. C5 is the April 2019 balance summary report. And C6 is the April 2019 revenue and expenditure report.
If there are no questions or comments on the consent agenda, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'll support.
Okay, there's been a motion. There's been support. Any further questions? If not, all those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Next item on the agenda are the disbursements. We have invoices of $75,114.75. Accounts payable, $74,179.17. Payroll direct deposit, $35,535.10. Electronic fund transfers, $72,469.72. And we've voided here a check for $29,977.25. We have a total disbursements of $227,321.49.
I'll make a motion, we pay the bills in the amount of $227,000, $227,321.49.
I support.
Support. Motion and support to accept the amount of $227,321.49. Any further questions?
Roll call.
Yeah.
Boda.
Ms. Gutierrez. Yes.
Horn.
Yes.
Casales.
Yes.
Babel.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Next item on the agenda is the new business. If you'll excuse me just for a moment here. Okay, under new business number 1, we have a pipeline management company proposal for East China Township grouting and pilot project. And Blaine, I assume you're here to cover that.
One of the ongoing projects that we're working on is after we have the sewer lines cambered, we look at the defects in them and then try to decide what's the best route to rehab, if it's complete replacement or spot repairs. In this section of pipe that we looked at, grouting is the best answer. There's a lot of joints that are leaking. That's where the chemical grouting would be a huge help there. They go through and they pressure test each joint, and once they fail that pressure test, they inject grout into it to seal up the leaks and stop the groundwater and roots from getting into the system. In the past, we've worked with a company that's been subcontracted through our camera contractor, and has been part of their project. He's no longer using that company, and we had a few issues the last time they were out here. So this is a company that I contacted to just get a small project to take a look at and see what kind of work they do. This is just for one section of sewer main from manhole to manhole on Point Drive, just north of the Point Drive lift station. And they've got a couple breakdowns of their pricing, explaining what they do and each part of the process.
Have you got a preference, one over the other, or?
They have a group pricing on there, a purchasing agreement, and then just a time and money agreement for us. It doesn't matter to me either way. It says the disadvantage with the cooperative purchasing agreement is that if the work takes longer than anticipated, we pay a little bit more money for that to complete the project. The second quote is just a time and material, and those quantities are all estimated, so it's easy for them to stick to that price.
So you would recommend which one, A or B? Sydney, do you have any?
I looked over the cooperative agreement, so it's just up to the board, really. The work that Blaine would contract would not be any different. It's just a matter of a little bit more risk with a higher payoff if you go with the cooperative agreement. Like he stated, you're going to save some money, but it does have to follow the terms of the cooperative agreement, and if the rates go up past, the length of your contract, you'll have to move with that cooperative agreement.
Sure thing, I'm more B, though.
What's that?
A. I think she's
A,
thinking A.
excuse me,
Right. A is, that's guaranteed.
Yep.
It's a few dollars more. B, you're going to save, but depending on their project in the cooperative,
300 feet, is that how far it's going to be, Blaine? About 300
Yes.
feet they're going to be going?
Yep.
Has this money already been allotted for this, or will this be coming out of another budget?
We do have some funds left in our infiltration budget, but not enough to cover this whole cost.
Okay.
Blaine, do they have intentions of raising any of the manholes?
We have been raising some of them. A lot of the older manholes, the top sections are brick, and those bricks are leaking and starting to fall in, so we've been going through one at a time and raising those up, getting a little bit higher above grade, and getting rid of the old bricks.
Because I know there's some people opening up the drains, the manholes.
Yes,
So we should probably get them up above the flood area a little ways anyhow.
Yup, all the new lids we put in are all bolt-down style lids. We can seal them up and bolt them down.
Okay.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Okay, can we get a motion this evening for, option A at a cost not to exceed $10,875?
I'll make that motion that we approve the pipeline management company in the amount of $10,875.
I'll support.
Okay, it's been a motion, there's been a support. Any further questions?
The remainder amount of that money, Cindy, will that just come out of the capital projects fund, or do we know how we're gonna pay for the remainder of that?
Oh, I didn't discuss that with Blaine, sorry.
Okay.
There was approximately half of the amount for this project left in the infiltration fund. The rest we take out of those, just the sewer fund.
Okay,
Okay,
roll call.
have a roll call, please.
Babel,
Yes.
Boda,
Yes.
Pasalis,
Yes.
Horn.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Okay, we have, next item under new business is sewer fees for Bell River Road properties. I'm not too familiar with these minutes.
I am the one that asked Cindy. This was brought to the board back about 8 months ago, so I think one of the two Dons would be involved with it. And it has to do with the Phase 3 of the Bell River Sewer, which is approximately 1,872 feet that were run. Since that time, we've had 3 new residences go in, and the resolution has not been followed. And I have some concerns that whether the township is going to be able to recoup their money or not recoup their money in the way this is. The one was where the new home went up. It was a parcel of 324 feet, and the resolution reads that anytime one of these properties are either split or divided, they are to pay for the whole property. That was not done. The gentleman bought 150 feet, I believe. The other 175 feet should have been paid for at that time, and it was not. Now that property cannot be split or divided again, because it's an R3 district, which requires 100 feet of frontage. The other parcel that's in question is only 102 feet. That parcel cannot be split or divided. Both those parcels have a septic field on it at this time. Once that septic system fails, then those two parcels must tap in to the sewer system, which is how the township would recoup that money from them. There is a large parcel that already has one tap in that had it was 610 feet. They ran the sewer 150 feet, and there's still 460 feet left on that property. The way the resolution reads right now is if it is split or divided, they must pay for that whole parcel. What I am asking the board today is to change the language a little bit in that resolution, because it has nothing in there that says if that property is sold. Now, if it is sold, the township will get no money from any one of those 3 from the original owners. And we were told by our attorney at that time, the owners that derive a direct benefit from the sewer shall pay for the sewer. So I feel at this time that we need to change the language a little bit and put in there, and I have talked with Cindy a little bit, to add the word either a transfer of ownership, sold, or any improvements to that property where they have to pull a building permit or they have to pull something to enhance their property. At that time, they must pay the full benefit of that sewer. Because once again, like I said, if those properties continue to get sold, we will never get our money because it says split or divided. 2 of the parcels, again, cannot be split or divided.
The township's got $60-some thousand into it.
Approximately $60,000 in it. They recouped some of that money. But again, they didn't follow the procedures because the 2 properties that were split on the other side of the road, on the west side of the road, did not pay the same amount of money. So the township did not recoup the proper amount of money from that. They also did not recoup the money when the property was divided, the extra 175 feet. They did not recoup that. So in order for us to recoup our money at this time, I feel that this language is important to put into that resolution to make sure that the township receives their funds. And basically what I'm looking for is the direction to ask Cindy to send the resolution back to Janelle to add those sold, change of ownership, or enhancement of anything to their property that they pay for the whole portion of their property at that time. It's been 25 years. 25 years ago, we did that. So it's evident we're not receiving our funds the way it's coming back right now. So I think we need to change that language to make sure, because the people right now that live in those homes are still the original people. So they derive the direct benefit from the sewer. Once they sell their property, they're going to be selling their property with sewer on it. So they're going to get their money back because it enhanced their property, it increased the value of their property. So just like all the other parcels that sold, they recouped their money when they sold their property. So these people can sell their property, recoup their money back, but the new owner coming in is going to get stuck with a sewer bill. And I don't think that's proper. So at this time, I'm just looking for, to send it back to Janelle and ask her to change the wording in that resolution.
I'd like to make a
Is
motion.
there any way we could put a lien on that property also?
This is questions for the attorney, for sure. Which resolution are we looking to amend?
Bell River Road sewer project.
And I have spoken with her at length.
There's 3 of them,
She's not entirely sure that
Jones and Breton.
amending the resolution would solve the problem. So we are still working on it, but which one are we?
If we amend the resolution, I'm sorry, Cindy, I didn't follow that. You don't think that would?
No, it's not what I think. It's what our attorney is unsure that amending the resolution would require or solve the problem, to put it shortly.
Well, again, if they sell their property, if these individuals to sell their property, well, then they would have to pay for the sewer that went across their property, because they're going to receive the benefit from having the sewer on their property.
And that may be. When I discussed it with her, we were still trying to wrap our heads around 25 years of history of how it
Right.
came to
Right.
be.
Well, it was supposed to be a special assessment, as we talked about.
Right.
Which was in the minutes, and a special assessment would have solved all the problems at
Right.
that time.
That's what I
Indeed,
want.
that's where the
Unfortunately,
lien would come
the
in.
board at that time, and that we started out as a special assessment,
Right,
but once they realized what they were doing, they decided to go into an individual contract with it.
right.
So the individuals that paid for it now are stuck paying for that sewer.
Are you,
So-
when I look at these two resolutions, is one superseding the other? I really couldn't tell. And I see that there's a clarification to the resolution from 1995. But which one would
I have a
be?
resolution here.
In the packet, I've got what we provided was I believe what I could find in the file of the original resolution, and then a second resolution a few months later, and then a clarification to that.
The resolution that you have right now on the third page, down to extension number 3, where it says, parcels, list of parcels, they shall pay the full benefit fee and only $50 sewer inspection, exception being, it lists the 3 parcels that we are talking about, at full tap-in fee minus, and it says, however, shall pay the construction cost of 50 per property line when split or subdivided. The very last line, where it says the property, when split or subdivided,
What-
they-
What item number? What
it's extension number 3
extension number 3?
on the third page that you gave
Third
us.
page.
The reason why we got this problem is
2.
we had one
Right there.
person running 150 feet into the property, they
Oh.
own 600
Tom.
feet.
Okay, I see here. Okay,
Okay, and at the
extension
the second to bottom line,
number
it says the
3.
front footage of any portion of the property when split or subdivided is how they should pay for it. And I would like that to be
Okay, so it's
changed.
the October 1995 resolution. And if we look at the clarification to that,
I was on the board when this happened, and I was not pleased with what happened.
okay, so then, okay. So that's just a clarification.
What page is that on, actually?
Yeah, I know it's back there, but it's just now that it'll be resolved. That date, title was, so there will probably be clarified or amended there, so.
When they ran that 150 feet into number 3, then we had to go, drop back and add that on to number 2, sewer district 2.
Okay.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have this problem too much.
All right, I'm following, so I was just curious where exactly we wanted her to focus. So if you want to make a motion, then I can take it from there.
You want to make a motion to send it to the attorney, I'll support it.
I'd like to make a motion then that we send the resolution to our attorney to change the language, again, to include sold, transfer of ownership, or improvements, or any improvements to that property, which would include building permits or any kind of a permit that they're looking for to enhance their property.
I'll support that motion.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a support. Any further questions? If not, all those in favor signify by aye.
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 Opposed? Carried. Item 3, under new business, public bid opening surplus equipment auction. Do we have the sealed bids, or,
I wasn't sure if you were going to proceed. Did you want me to do that?
well, either do it tonight or do it next meeting?
They're just bids. We could do it tonight.
Yeah, we can do it tonight.
All right.
Get done, so. Keep bids.
All right. You want to table it and I'll go get them and you can continue? Of course, the next item is probably me anyway. Want to table that one too?
Let's table them all.
We'll just take a break.
I'll be right back.
That 150 feet was a nightmare.
Well, if they would have just stayed with a special assessment, there would have been no problem.
I know it, that's what I wanted.
The reason that they changed it was because she knew if you did a special assessment, St. James would have to pay for it. Have to pay for it.
I wanted
By putting it that way, you put it the way she did there, you'll never have to pay for it.
I remember bringing it up. Then the attorney got involved.
How long you been sick? Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Cindy.
So I'm just gonna open these up and hand these down.
My head's all good.
She just opens them up
Yep.
and passes them down.
Yep, and then I'll keep the tally sheet running.
They go by M1, M2, M3,
Yep.
4, 5, G1, G2, A1.
And 2. And 3.
I think we should also mention this, Don. The bid is too low, we have the right to reject it.
The board may want to return if they have the right to reject the bid that is deemed
Well, we can ask,
too low. Okay, we'll bring that up.
Before we open the bid, if it's something, because if it's somebody coming in to buy something for $2.
we can ask Blaine if he believed it was pretty good.
Right.
These are antiques.
These are M2s.
M2, that's this one.
Do I have one?
There was no bids on M1.
I didn't bring a letter with me. A1, 2 bids. More than that here.
You're gonna mark the bids down. Okay, I've got the bids here, and we're getting ready to open them. There is one thing, though, the board may want to determine if they have the right to reject any bid that is deemed too low or otherwise not in the best interest of the township. The criteria would be contained in a motion and voted upon prior to the opening of bids.
Do we have to make a motion to that then, Cindy?
Well, I would recommend it, only just so it's consistent before you start opening bids. I think between.
Blaine could help us out
Blaine
with
could
that. Blaine, you could
but-
help us out if you think it's too low or if it's not.
I kind of already wrote something with my thoughts on it. The equipment has served its time here. A lot of it, it's hard to put a value on it. Some mowers have had second engines put on. It's hard to give stuff a value. They're worth what someone's willing to pay for it.
Okay, so you feel that nothing will come in too low? Okay,
Oops, not.
If you look at scrap prices, what you could get, if you just scrap it, I'm sure it's gonna be higher than that,
okay.
so.
Then we don't need to make that motion then, if you think so.
Gonna make a motion.
No, he doesn't want to make, he says that whatever we get for it, we get for it.
Okay, the first item in the bids is item M2. There's 5 bids on that. I'll open the first one. Is that number?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't get one. I didn't grab one.
You want me to open them?
yeah, just open it, just hand them to him.
Where's your opener?
Okay. So item M2 is for X-Mark, 0-turn mower. Bids $600.
Do you have the contact information? I don't know if you want to read that
Yes.
into the record, for the tally sheet.
You want to read the guy's name off?
So what you need to just
Do
the
you
name.
want it
Just
back
the
to you?
name.
I'll make a note on it.
That bid was from Stephen R. Stewart.
That's okay.
Oh.
I'll write on here.
Do you want it to go this way
Yeah, that's fine.
to her then? Might make it easier for you then.
Second bid, the same item was from Richard C. Floyd. He bid $500. Third bid for the same item was William Simons. He bid $1,015. And his name is William Simons. Okay, the fourth bid on the same item from Dean Hart. His bid was $1,650. Get excuse me, a fifth bid on the same item is from Ed, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Thiel, Thielk. His bid is $1,537.
This is item M3.
Okay, the next bid is M3.
Do we,
You want to vote on
do we
that
want to
first
vote
one?
on that, or just do them all and then,
It's up to you.
let's just vote on each one as we go by, so we
Okay.
can, let's vote on M2.
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 M3.
The 5 we just opened right now, let's vote
Yep.
on that.
That's M3.
We'll wait on that
Two.
until we make a
Was it
motion, right?
1,600 was the high one, 1,650?
1650.
I'll make a motion that we choose the bid of 1,650
From Dean Hart.
from Dean Hart on the Exmark lawnmower.
And I'll support that motion.
Here you got a motion, support. Any further questions? Okay. All those,
We
in-
have- yeah.
all those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Yeah, that's fine.
What do you guys do?
You just write down the numbers.
No, I'm saying I voted aye.
Oh, aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, for item M3. I don't know what that was, but
Got 3 bids on that
M3, there's 3 bids.
okay, M3's got 3 bids. I do not know what the item is. It's not, Okay, we have an item on Russell Barney for item M3. He bid $517.37. Okay, got a bid here from Kenny Schindler for item M3. It's a 1997 Exmark mower. He bid $300.
Last bid.
Last bid was from Grace Bible Church, excuse me, Vine Street in St. Clair. Their bid is $1,800. Excuse me,
one. You want a motion on that, Donald?
pardon me?
You want a motion on that one?
Yep.
I'll make a motion that we accept the bid of $1,800 from the church.
I'll support.
Okay, any further questions? If not, all those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
This is for M4.
That's M4.
Okay, M4, all right. Okay, I have a bid here for item M4. It's a 1999 Exmark lawnmower. The bid is from Steve Stewart. The bid is in the amount of $500. Okay, we have a second bid on M4, the lawnmower. It's from William Simons. Bid $515. This is it here.
Yep, that's the last one. Oh, no, I'm sorry, there's
Should be one more, yeah.
Should be two more.
Should be one
Yeah.
more after this one.
Yeah. Had it in my hand.
Bid number 3 on M4 on the lawnmower. It's from Kim Raab, I believe it is, RAAB. They bid $860. The last bid on item M4 is from Richard C. Floyd. And his bid was $500.
I make a motion that we accept the bid of $860 for the M4 from Kim Rab.
I'll support.
Been motion and support. Any further questions? If not, all those in favor signify by aye.
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 Opposed? Carried. Okay, we have, excuse me, I have a bid here for
Which one is that, number 5?
Yes, M5.
M5. We have one bid on that. It's from Russell Barney. He bid $402.75.
How much was that?
402.75.
I'll make a motion that we award M5 to Russell Barney for $402.75.
Support.
$402.
What was that for?
That was for,
Didn't say.
Number
M5.
4,
It's another mower.
What was that for, Blaine?
just a second, I'm getting it for you now.
Exmark, the 1999 Exmark shoe.
Another Exmark lawnmower.
99 Exmark. Okay, there's no bids on T1. Item T2, there is one bid.
Yep.
Item T2 is for a 1999 Dodge pickup. It's a bid from Kenny Schindler. He bids $200 on the 99 Dodge pickup.
200?
And that's the only bid we had.
It's a 1999?
Right. 99 Dodge pickup.
Pickups go cheaper than lawnmowers nowadays, huh?
I guess.
What shape is that in?
I don't know, maybe I should have bid on it, I don't know.
I'll make a motion that we would give for the 1999 Dodge pickup to Ken Schindler for $200.
Okay.
I'll
So the
support.
motion and support. Do you support that?
Yeah.
Okay, you got a motion of support for Kenny Chinner for $200 for Dodge pickup. Any other questions? If not, all those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
And we're down to the last item. Item A1,
Backhoe attachment.
it's, item A1 is a backhoe attachment. Ford New Holland 1920 tractor. This bid came from Richard Floyd, and he bid $2,100. And the last bid for item A1 is from Stephen R. Stewart. His bid, $1,900.
Make a motion that we award Richard Floyd the, what was it? The backhoe attachment with all hardware for $2,100.
He's out of bid, right?
Mhm.
Okay,
I'll support.
is there a motion of support? Any other questions? If not, all those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, that takes care of the,
Bring them on. Okay. Got two of them with no
I don't
bids.
know, I should have bought the truck. Okay. Okay. Under new business, last item 4 is a summer recreation program. And what we're looking for is an approval of the 2019 East China Township Summer Recreation Program.
Can you tell us anything about this,
Yeah,
Cindy?
so in the past, this would have gone before the Parks Commission. And as you know, we've since separated the recreation program and put it back under the Township Board's authority with the recommendations that you see in front of you coming from the advisory board. I met with the program director, and we've gone through all of the details of the program, the recommendations for the costs, the fees, as well as the wages did come from the advisory board. I revised it slightly. Their recommendation was to give raises to returning counselors, but minimum wage went up anyways, so they're getting a raise just by giving them minimum wage. So I recommend that we offer minimum wage for those counselors. Junior counselors, we can pay the student wage, and we have one of those.
Okay. Someone like to make a motion that we approve the 2019 East China Township Summer Recreation Program.
I make a motion that we approve the 2019 East China Township Summer Recreation Program.
For support?
I'll support.
Okay, there's support. So we have a motion and support. For
Is that
the,
pretty much what we had last year? Cindy, is it very similar to last year?
Yes, it is.
So a motion and support for approval of the 2019 East China Township Summer Recreation Program. Any further questions? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
signify by aye. Those opposed, pass. Okay, the last thing we have is old business, item 1. It's rezoning, and amend the zoning map for the second reading tonight on the Edison property.
Let me read it.
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Charter Township of East China, St. Clair County, Michigan, ordinance number, an ordinance to amend the official zoning map of the Code of Ordinances of the Charter Township of East China, zoning ordinance, Article 3, Section 480-7, district boundaries. The Charter Township of East China ordains, Section 1, purpose. The purpose of this ordinance is to amend the official zoning map of the Code of Ordinances, Article 3, zoning districts and map, Sections 480-7, district boundaries. Section 2, amendment. The official zoning map of the Code of Ordinances, Article 3, zoning districts and map, Section 480-7, district boundaries, shall be amended as follows. I think we'll have that in the office, and the legal description can be seen at that. It's the land consisting of approximately 17.8 acres of a 216.274 acre parcel located on Reamer Road, tax parcel 74-18-051-0001-200, and it's described as, and that's the legal description that'll be in the office. It's hereby rezoned from I-1, was that an L? I-1 Industrial 1 to I-2 Industrial 2. Section 3, severability. The provisions of this ordinance are hereby declared to be severable if any clause, sentence, paragraph, rule, regulation, section, or subsection is declared void or inoperable for any reason by any court. It shall not affect any other part or portion thereof other than the part declared void and inoperable. Section 4, repeal. All ordinances in conflict herewith are hereby repealed. Section 5, penalties. All violations of the code shall be civil infractions, and upon conviction thereof shall be punishable by a fine of not more than $500. A, no exemption from compliance. The imposition of any sentence shall not exempt an offender from compliance with the provisions of this ordinance. B, other appropriate relief. The foregoing penalties shall not prohibit the township from seeking injunctive relief against a violator or such other appropriate relief as may be provided by law. C, each day is separate offense. A separate offense shall be deemed committed upon each day during or when a violation occurs or continues. D, rights and remedies are cumulative. The rights and remedies provided herein are cumulative in addition to any other remedies provided by law. Section 6, the effective date. This ordinance shall become effective upon publication after adoption. Section 7, inspection of ordinance. A copy of this ordinance may be inspected or purchased at the Township Hall, 5111 River Road, East China, Michigan, 48054, during a regular posted office hours.
Okay.
I'll make a, offer this as a motion
For the second reading.
for the second reading.
I'll support it.
Support by Don.
Yep.
Okay, any further questions? If not, all those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, Santa Anita, it's time for announcements, which I have none.
Do you have any, Cindy, anything? Announcements or anything?
I think Blaine is going to share something. I don't know if you want to do that now. I did attend the emergency management breakfast last week, and their message was clear: prepare, 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 and take it seriously with the flooding issues. East China may be salvaged a little better than some of the southern more communities, but we're going to want to prepare for sure. The new director was adamant that it is going to raise, the water level is going to raise, people need to heed it, be prepared. They have a plan of action and help their neighbors to have the same. So I don't know, Blaine, if you want to share some of your concerns with our infrastructure, knowing what's coming.
Everything we can to protect the sewer system. All of our manholes have the plastic dishes in them to keep projects that we know about, was trying to make it secure. If we get that much river water coming over the banks and getting into the sewer system, it will overtake the system. It's more water than any of the pumps can ever handle. I had a company come out today that we rented pumps from in the past, just to get an idea of how many pumps we're looking at to bypass the stations or bypass parts of the system. If we have to discharge into the river or try to help out a lift station by bypassing it. So they came out, we looked at 2 areas, measured hoses, just to get a game plan together. It's such a massive amount of water that it will overtake and flood the system. And I also have to protect areas that have basements and, properties farther down the line. If for example, Urban Drive all flows to Point Drive. If Point Drive is overwhelmed, eventually Urban Drive will back up and then to Bell River Road. So we are doing everything we can and monitoring this. It is a huge risk, and the results of system failure will be huge.
So if they do fail, basically, we're gonna be seeing a lot of backups. Is that what's gonna happen? Each Point Drive will back up, then Point Drive and Urban to Bell River Road, they'll all just start backing up if it overtakes it.
And that's why
Flood
we're
your
looking at all
basement.
these backup pumps, extra pumps to come in to help the system out, get rid of water, and try to keep things going if necessary.
Are we gonna go on record asking the county, for no wake law?
I have not heard anything.
Because a lot of these cruisers throw that wash right over the seawalls.
Yeah, well, those dummies do that every year.
Hmm?
Those dummies do it every year. Gee, thanks, Blaine.
Right, so,
Thank you.
hopefully that message will be heard. I'm not sure if they can hear his voice on the recording.
You know what, Blaine, I hate to say it, but you might have to repeat that just so all the
I
residents would
I
hear
really
that.
think it will be helpful
I
to
think it'll
have
be
that
helpful for them
on the
because I
recording.
think they need to know this.
That we are doing everything we can, but at one point, we have to take into consideration our infrastructure and the long-term effects.
Just to go over that again, we are doing everything we can to protect the sewer system. If the water does come over the seawall and overtakes the sewer system, the results can be a catastrophic failure of the system. We had a company come out and look at different areas and size pumps and measured out for hoses. If we have to bypass or pump water into the river to keep the sewer system moving. So we've got an idea where we need to be and how much we got to be pumping there. And our manholes all have plastic dishes in them to keep the water from getting in, help slow it down. So we are watching this closely and doing the best we can to make sure the system keeps going with this river water.
Okay, Blaine, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Blaine.
Any other questions of Blaine or? Okay. Next item on the agenda is member comments. Mr. Horn, you have anything?
All I have to look up is, we gotta get some sandbags filled up. That's all I have tonight.
Blaine, do you have any idea how many bags are over there, roughly?
Right now, there's about 500 bags that I put out there on Friday. Every few days, we're checking it out and more if necessary.
Okay, thank you.
Is that all the bags you got?
No, I've still got several bundles at my shop. We're gonna pick up more later this week.
Okay. We're gonna need a bunch of them.
Okay, Mr. Pat Salles?
So again, I just want to piggyback on what Don said. If we have any residents or people that are interested in helping fill some sandbags, I don't know if we can have maybe a Saturday rally or something and see who shows up, but if we have any interest in it whatsoever, please pitch in and help. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Babel?
Just hope everybody has a safe and fun Memorial Weekend.
Okay. And I have nothing. Okay, last item for adjournment.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn at 8:35.
I
Well,
support.
Time you say?
8:35.
Okay, support? Okay. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. That Takes care of tonight's page.